It's Halloween 2020, and I'm your host, Chris Hutchinson. Join me on my channel as we celebrate Halloween 2020 for the month of October, as we cast some spells, find a trick or treat or two, or even make a little scary costume. Make sure you're subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, share with your friends. Make sure you're liking each video. Comment down below what you'd like to see. And I'm your host, Chris Hutchinson, and welcome to Halloween 2020. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Chris Hutchinson, and it's Halloween. And what better fun time to do Halloween decorations or costumes is to make them yourself. So one of my favorite Netflix series is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a Netflix series show about a young girl in her high school years who has to discover if she wants to be a witch or regular human. Through this time period, she has her help between Helga and Zelda to figure out what she wants to do with her life. At the same time, dealing with high school, she has to deal with the Dark Lord himself because he has a set agenda for her, being that she's part witch. This is a great show where it has a dark sense of humor and fun entertainment and casting spells and witchy content. Make sure you check it out on Netflix at Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. You can see I made a little spoof trailer of it. I'll link the link down below. But we're going to be DIYing the Dark Lord's crown from the TV series. So here's a very, very extra Dark Lord's crown DIY with Chris Hutchinson. Here we go. Bloop. You will need for this video a couple of crowns. I recommend at least have 2 on hand. I used both of them in this project. And you're going to need about 10 sets of fingers, or 10 fingers. So I found these at the Dollar Tree, which they had in their Halloween decoration. So I just grabbed a couple of these, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut the fingers off the hands, as you see right here. Side note, while you're doing this, make sure you have a strong pair of scissors while cutting these. These fingers were easy to cut, but at the same time a little strong plastic, so make sure you have really good scissors to cut these fingers off of these hands. Next, with your plastic crown, I'm going to cut off the fancy detail on the crown. Next, I'm going to start gluing with my hot glue the fingers to the crown. Now, I did this a couple of ways. This is how my last product of doing this crown turned out. What I did was, you want to space out the fingers. You don't want them all close together because in the photo they're really spread out. Also, I decided to glue multiple fingers to each other, kind of stack them. There's a little hole at the bottom where you cut the finger off, and you just glue that on top of the finger to make the finger longer. That way, giving your crown a longer depth or more depth to your crown. So that crown wasn't holding, so I took those fingers off and I decided to start over here. So now I'm going to try to glue the fingers to where we cut them, the detail off, but I will still be cutting the detail off the crown. This is just going to give it a more of a secure base for the fingers so the fingers can stay on the crown better. But a lot of this crown we're going to be covering up in the end. Now I'm going to hot glue the crown to fit my size of head, so I'll be able to wear the crown, and that way the crown won't break and start holding its shape. I also glued the other crown to the bottom of this crown. That way it's double stacked and it'll have better support. Now I'm going to grab some ribbon that I borrowed from my mom. Thanks, Mom. And we're going to wrap the ribbon in between the crown. That way it just kind of gives it sort of that crown shape form. We want to cover up the plastic part because we're going to go over the fabric later. Now, after wrapping the crown in the ribbon, we're going to spray paint it gold. Now, I did multiple layers of spray paint on this crown, and I think the spray paint actually holds the crown in place and kind of holds the fabric down on top of this. But we will be going over this fabric just to give the crown a more smoother texture and give it more of a metal look to it. But I think this really turned out really good. Next, you want to take some blue painter's tape after your crown dries and wrap it over the painted ribbon part, and you're going to spray over that again. I had to go back a couple of times to do a couple of coats to cover up all the tape, but I think this really turned out how I wanted it to at the end of the process. And this is your final look for the crown right here. It was very interesting to make. Like I said, I did a lot of different steps to make this crown. I feel like this was like the best result for the materials I have. Leave down a comment down below what you think of this crown. I personally like it for the design concept of the crown. Hopefully, as I get better making crowns, maybe we can do a part 2 of this or something like that. But I like how it turned out so far. I think it's fantastic and cool, and I could just wear it around the house or to Trader Joe's or something like that. And this is my finished product. Oh my gosh, I just love how this crown turned out. I hope you like this video. If you do, please click the like button. Make sure you clicking the subscribe button as well. I'm back every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Northwest time. I am Chris Hutchinson. Till next time, love you guys.